Good morning from Willow Springs. We're out here on balcony painting the track. Drift Roulette High Stakes is starting. The track's about to go hot for practice. We're just painting the last bit of the zones. This is crazy. Totally crazy. Okay, first practice lap of the day here. You can already see the car is really struggling. It's so obvious it has too much grip in it. I wish I had watched this back sooner, but you can see I am struggling to fill every zone, having to handbrake way more than I should just to keep the thing sideways. Practice lap number 2, I'm chasing one of the faster cars in the field, Klein in his Corvette. Again, car has way too much grip. Watch as I get around the green machine and I'm like pulling on him. Crazy to be doing that. And then I just straighten out because the car is too gripped up. Practice lap number 3 as seen from the drone. I switched out to a different set of tires. These are Zestinos, which are known for being really grippy, but I didn't think they were going to be this grippy. Again, watch, the car is way too gripped up. I can't fill any of the zones, and I end up straightening out again. Alright, so we just finished practice. I went out on some scrubs, like FD takeoffs with no tread. Got 2 laps on those, felt okay. Came back and put some fresh tires on, got another 2 laps in, and car feels good. It's not like I'm new to this track, so it's nothing too crazy. Yeah, it's kind of hectic to orchestrate all this and still compete, but we're doing it. Got 4 laps of practice. My car feels as good as it always does, so I'm not really worried about there. I'm glad I have a reliable car and don't have to really think about that too much. But yeah, comp just started. I'm pretty deep in the bracket, so I've got plenty of time to kind of relax and should be a good time. I'm going up against someone named Joseph, who's actually driving a pretty basic Z. So I think it's going to be a really good matchup. We should have really similar cars. So I'm definitely excited for that battle. That means I have a fighting chance that I'm not going to go up against one of the pro cars, at least not yet. Fingers crossed, we make it at least in the top 16, because I'm really excited to get some battles under my belt.
Who's that for?
That's for you. My baby right there.
How do you feel about going against Tony?
Oh, I'm gonna beat his ass.
Make sure you lose, okay, buddy? All right. Lining up for my first battle. I'm actually the last battle in top 32. Should be a fun one. My chase run starts off good, pretty close. He ends up transitioning sooner than I anticipate, which puts me off line. You're seeing I'm having to chop the line to catch up. And then as we come around to the last zone, I upshift into third, and the car has too much grip for that. Straighten out, and that's that run.
We got my co-host Tony Crispin going for the chase, and I forget who's in the silver.
Alright, here comes my lead. Now keep in mind I don't have a spotter, nobody told me how the chase went, but from my point of view it didn't go great, but I thought maybe I still have a fighting chance. So you can see I enter probably a little too early. I actually get out to the zone a bit, and I lift for just a second and the car kind of straightens up as I'm going around the green machine. This time I don't upshift, so I'm staying in second, and I still miss that final zone, and that's my lead.
See if you can take home the win and go into top 16. We have a winner! Who's gonna take home the dub? Is it Tony, co-host of Drift Roulette? Is it the Silver Z? I think these judges might be biased because they knocked out both the hosts of this event. Silver Z takes the win! Wilson, right?
Yeah, I must not have kept it. He makes sense. Yeah.
Elijah's surprised.
Yeah. Really. Y'all right?
Yeah, broke the rim.
Oh.
How do you feel?
I messed up. Whoops.
What time is it? 10 minutes left. The event was a success. I think everybody had a good time. Everybody was coming up to me telling me how fun it was. I had fun, even if I got knocked out right away. Overall, success. Big thanks to Alex for helping me put this whole thing together. Super excited. Hopefully there's more to come. I don't know. I'm tired. It's been a hell of a day. A lot of fun. A lot of good feedback from everybody so far. So hopefully everybody had as much fun as I did. All right, that's it. My first real competition, my own competition at that. And I got knocked out right away. I learned so much from doing that. One of the big things I learned is that it's really hard to run an event and compete in the event. I would have really done a lot better if I had a spotter or someone recording the runs and then showing me and saying, hey, look, this is what you're doing wrong. Because it was really obvious when I watched the footage back. But I didn't have time to do that, or I didn't even think about it during the event because I was so focused on making sure everything ran well. And it ran really well. The event was so much fun. That'll be the next video that comes out, is kind of an event recap. I want to show you guys a lot of the other drivers. We did some cool interviews, some kind of like pit walks, some cool behind the scenes stuff. And of course, you'll get to see who won, how the ceremonies went. Well, ceremonies, I use that term loosely, but you'll see. So make sure you're subscribed because the next video is going to be super cool. But I wanted to film this from my point of view since it is technically my first actual legit competition. It just so happens to be my own. Like I said, at the end of the day, I had a ton of fun. I learned a lot. And Alex and I threw an awesome event. Everybody had so much fun. And that's really the main thing that him and I were both after. We actually both got knocked out in top 32, which was kind of hilarious. But some good takeaways from that are I could definitely use some help, at least one spotter. And I just need to be paying more attention because, like I said, watching the footage back, it was so obvious that the car had too much grip in it. And that's my fault. I only did 2 practice laps on the tires I was going to compete on, and I didn't even check the tire pressures. I also set the car up to have more grip. I loosened the dampers. I loosened the sway bar. When the diff was broken, I did all those changes because I had plans to get it tuned and do a few other little things for a bit more power. So I thought, might as well add some mechanical grip while I'm under here. And then I never did any of those changes. I never had any more power. So more grip from the tires, more grip from the chassis, and no more power means the car was just set up all wrong. I didn't do enough practice runs to really figure that out. And honestly, even if I did 2 or 3 more practice runs, I probably wouldn't have figured it out just because it wasn't on my mind of how can I win this thing. It was more so how can I make sure this works. Like I said, it's my own event. I'm not coming out there hoping to win. I mean, it would have been cool, but Alex and I had both talked about if it came to it, we probably shouldn't win our own events. And so maybe that's for the best that we got knocked out super early. Moving forward, Drift Roulette High Stakes is going to become a competition series next year. Make sure you stay tuned. Find me or Alex on Instagram. You know, my Instagram is just my name, Tony Crispin. Alex is Ghetto Rig Garage. Make sure you add both of us and stay tuned for updates if you're interested in competing or if you want to come out and spectate. We had full grandstands. So many people came out to support the event. I'll talk more about that in the next video, as well as more about future plans for events, because it was so much fun and we have a lot planned for next year. But one of my plans next year is to get better at competitive drifting. That's why the car is caged. It's going to go through more and more changes to get more and more competitive. And all of that is no good if I'm the one behind the wheel and I don't grow. So that's what I'm doing. If it takes hosting, running, and driving all my own events and using them as practice, and then going to other competition series and taking what I learn at my own to those, who knows? All I know is that's my goal, and I'm really excited to chase it. Anyways, I'm rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you are subscribed. Like I said, the next video is going to be a full event recap, and it's going to be a good one. I can't wait to share it with you guys. Until then, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and of course, I'll catch you in the next one.